Welcome everyone. We are live now on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Welcome to our Thursday live sessions. Free education for children in Canada. That's what we're going to talk about today. And yes, it's possible. We're just waiting for everyone to connect before we start. Welcome to our weekly YouTube live session here at Immigrate Canada. I'm Reza, your host for today's session. Today we will discuss all the programs for parents which allow their children to study for free in Canada. You can post your questions in the live chat box on YouTube, which I will be able to answer live after we discuss the topic of the day, which is free education. Like all free things in life, there are strings attached. And today we will be going through these so-called strings on how you can become eligible to provide free education for your dependent children. We will cover all the programs for elementary, high school, and even post-secondary schools, such as colleges and top universities. Typically, international students will be paying $15,000, $16,000 or up to $25,000 or more per year tuition fees in Canada, depending if they're going to high school or college or a top university. But with the program and methods we will explain to you today in our live session, you can avoid all these expensive tuitions and pay nothing. The first method to receive free education for your children is for one of the parents of the children to be full-time international students or full-time temporary foreign workers inside of Canada. As long as one of the parents is inside Canada studying or working full-time, their dependents, which basically means the children, can study for free in elementary and high schools until they graduate. These schools are the same schools that all Canadians send their children to, public schools. Nothing more, nothing less. So this basically means you need a valid study permit or work permit as the parents in order for your children to study inside of Canada for free. It's simple. You enroll your children at the local public school board, who will not charge you for tuition as long as you show them proof of your own status in Canada. Voila, it's that simple. It can be an open work permit, it can be a closed work permit, or a study permit. We will discuss the conditions of the study permit a little bit later. For a study permit, you should be studying in a post-secondary academic program, or at least in a pathway program at a college or university, in order for the public school board for your children to allow them to study for free based on your status. This is the case for most provinces in Canada. I can say all provinces. Now you ask, well, how can I become a worker or student resident in Canada? I'm 45 or 50 years old or more. I don't want to study. I don't have a job offer to come in to Canada on as a temporary phone worker in order to help my kids study for free. Well, there's a solution. You can start your own business in Canada, or move your business, or set up a branch of your business here, or anything related to some kind of business activity. You can quickly obtain a work permit which allows your children to study for free based on your status. And remember, there's ways where you don't need to spend all the time in Canada. If you're not looking for a permanent residency, but only free education for your children, well, you can get an investor work permit. You can come and, set up a branch, move your business, or, do whatever in terms of business activity. But you don't need to stay inside of Canada yourself if you're busy back home running your own business. So there are solutions like that. If you need more detailed info about the investment amounts or what you really need to do, watch our business investment YouTube hack video on how you can set up your business here and obtain an investor work permit with a minimum amount. Not too much. Here's the second question we usually get, and everyone asks us, how can I get free education at a top Canadian public college or university as a foreigner or international student? Because, let's say your children are in Canada or outside, they've graduated from high school. What do you do next? Well, this is the $1 million question, and here's the answer to that. Here's the bad news first. As a non-Canadian, you can't study for free at a public college or university in Canada. But the good news is that you can pay the same tuition as other Canadians do, which means you can avoid those high international student fees, which are typically 3 to 5 times the local tuition Canadians pay for their post-secondary education. As you can see here, instead of paying $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 or even more dollars per year for your child's undergraduate education at a top university, colleges being lower around $17,000, you as the parents can pay $8,000 or even $9,000 a year for your children to study at these colleges or any of these top universities. The key to this is to apply and have a work permit, for which we will apply for you as a parent under specific programs here, which will allow you in specific provinces to send your kids to college or university at local tuition prices. Not all universities participate in this program, but I can tell you for a fact, University of Toronto, University of British Columbia, UBC, University of York, Ryerson University, all those universities are participating in this program, which allows dependents of parents to study at local Canadian tuition fees, as long as they meet the criteria. Well, and if you don't already know, these expensive universities in Canada, these are the top ones. There's a lot more, but not every university is participating in this program. With this method, you can save thousands and sometimes hundreds of thousands. Have you ever checked the tuition fees for University of Toronto or UBC in Vancouver? Well, if you do, you'll see that over 4 years it can be over $200,000. So it's not free, but it's almost free. That's the way to save money. And if you think you're interested or eligible for any of these methods I just described in this video, you can contact me or any of my team members here at Immigrate Canada through our social media channels or website. Within 48 hours, we can provide you a free assessment on you and your family's profile. And if you didn't know, at Ingwe we speak over 8 languages, have helped applicants from over 47 countries to immigrate to Canada. Our licensed team will support your application throughout the whole process. We specialize in open work permits, closed work permits, education pathways for all the provinces, whether it's elementary school, summer camp, high school, or top universities. Our business, immigration, and education teams will work with you, and the end result will be exactly what you and your family are looking for, which is a smooth transition to immigrate to Canada. Click on the free assessment link under this video and we'll respond immediately. And if you have questions, remember, just tune into our YouTube live session every Thursday, 9:30 a.m. North America Eastern Standard Time. That's basically the same time zone as New York, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Miami, Florida. And we'll answer your questions here. And right now, we'll check if there's any questions out there. Believe right now, because I cannot see the Instagram or YouTube, we cannot see the questions. But we will be back online again next week on Thursday, and we will answer your questions live. We will have our videos released every Tuesday, so if you're interested, tune back in, watch our videos on Tuesdays, and tune into our YouTube live sessions on Thursdays. I do apologize for our Thursday live session attendees, as I'm not able to see the questions today due to a technical glitch, but we will be back ASAP next week. Thank you, folks. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.